EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchich here with your outlook for October 25th, 2023. I was hoping for the Wednesday video forecast that I'd be coming on here giving you an outlook of what to expect for Game 3 of the World Series, but I no longer have to do that because the Phillies are no longer in the World Series. They are a client of ours, of course, and season has ended. Unfortunately, after a poor showing in Games 6 and 7 of the World Series. So we're back to weather again, and we don't have to worry about weather for South Philadelphia. Wednesday's video forecast is sponsored by the KP Agency in Easton, Pennsylvania. Get ready for the never-ending Joe Namath and J.J. Walker commercials because Medicare annual enrollment is here. And if you're close to or over 65 years of age, you're about to be bombarded with endless Medicare solicitation. Why rely on a stranger on the other end of the phone to help you with such an important decision? The KP Agency, located in downtown Easton, Pennsylvania, is a reliable and friendly source you can count on for an unbiased review and direction on your Medicare plan choices, and at no cost to you for doing so. Give Kristen a call, or you can text her at 908-329-7140. That's 908-329-7140, or visit them online at thekpa.net. They are the KP Agency in Easton, Pennsylvania, proud sponsors of the Wednesday video forecast. Okay, so if you're a fan of warmth, you're going to like this late week and weekend period. Starting today, actually started yesterday. Yesterday was quite warm, but it's going to keep going. Yeah, the thing about this time of year, though, you have these very warm days. You have some really cool nights, though, still mixed in there because the radiational cooling is a lot greater this time of year than it is in summer. We don't have that high heat humidity combination, but we do have high pressure that is offshore today. This is looking at early this afternoon, and this return flow around high pressure is going to bring winds out of the southwest, and that's getting the temperatures on either side of 70 degrees for most of us today. 66 to 72 is the spread as you see above me here in the video. And then tomorrow we take a step further. Tomorrow actually and Friday are probably going to be both very similar in temperatures. 70 to 78 is the spread north to south. So either side of the middle 70s here for Thursday and Friday. We're expecting a partly cloudy day Friday. Today is we're going to start off partly cloudy, I think, or mostly sunny. And then we have a warm front pressing off to our north here. There's not much moisture with it. It's actually further north of our region. You can see that here on the NAM, or I had it on the NAM. Actually, it was right north of us here. We're just getting near the New York, Pennsylvania border, and that's it, with some showers, but most likely north into southern New York State, where any precipitation would be. But we will have an increase in cloud cover. You can see sunny to partly cloudy to start today, but we move through the afternoon to get partly to mostly cloudy, going through early evening, and then kind of like a 3 to 9 window is probably the best opportunity for the increased cloud cover. Clouds will eventually win out, but then overnight, the clouds will decrease once again. So this is just with that warm front moving off to our north. That's going to get the temperatures up again, even higher for tomorrow and Friday. Friday, I think, is going to be another day like that. We're going to have after a partly cloudy day on Thursday, we're going to have partly to mostly cloudy skies here on Friday. Can't rule out a stray shower, but, I mean, this is a dying front. Whenever you have a ridge in place like we have, there's a strong ridge in place that's still sitting right here. So anytime you have a frontal boundary that's a weak frontal boundary, this is not a strong frontal boundary here. So when it advances toward the region and runs into that ridge, it kind of falls apart. And this makes sense that the European model is doing this with very limited, if any, precipitation with this on Friday. So we're just calling it partly to mostly cloudy for now. We will revisit that here in the next day or two, but I don't expect any precipitation Friday as this falls apart, moving eastward. And then we have a stronger front that's going to be approaching here this weekend. Saturday, I think, is a mostly sunny day and probably the warmest day of this entire stretch, looking at highs in the upper 70s to near 80, maybe even some lower 80s in our southeastern areas here for Saturday. That's probably the peak heating day, if you will, of this little, not a heat wave, but the warmer than average stretch. It's an Indian summer. For those of you who had a frost on Monday night or early Tuesday morning. Okay, so as this one falls apart too, we finally have a third one coming at us here on Sunday. This one is stronger and more organized and is on the lead of a trough. So you have to have a really strong trough to push this out of here and squash that ridge, and that will eventually happen, but I think it's not going to come through until Monday. So Sunday, we have mostly cloudy skies in our far northwestern areas with a chance of an isolated shower. The further southeast you go, the more sun you'll see here on Sunday. But this front will come through here on Monday. And again, I don't have to worry about Citizens Bank Park here on Monday evening because they're not playing in the World Series, unfortunately. But there's a chance for a few showers on Monday as this cold front moves through on the lead of this trough. And once this moves through, there's some, you saw these blue lines here representing the lower heights, and that is some pretty chilly temperatures for this time of year. So we're going to go from literally one extreme to the other. As you can see on the European ensemble, we warm up for the next couple days, and then you get peak heating this weekend with some really, really warm temperatures settling in. This is the European ensemble showing some temperatures 10 to 15 degrees above average. So that's pretty warm. And then we get into early next week when this trough comes in, and look, we get into the greens here, some 10 degrees below average. You go the opposite end of the spectrum, we're going to be cooler than average heading into early November. And I think it starts on the 31st. 31st is next Tuesday, so we're looking at partly cloudy skies, but temperatures on Tuesday that are going to be in the lower to middle 50s, and it might even not be struggling to get out of the 40s for highs by the time you get to next Wednesday. So it's going to be a pretty dramatic change from what we're going to be experiencing here through this weekend. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for October 25th, 2023. Have a great Wednesday.